I'm doing another live video. Hello, I just posted another video and guess what? I had it on mute again. Oh, the lovely discussion I just shared with you was so disappointed. Anyway, I'm going to share again. I'm going to share exactly what I just spoke of. And it's all about surrendering and release to spirit, divine consciousness, God source. You know, we all have this, we all have something that we have a habit of old conditioning and belief systems through our experiences that have taught us to be who we are now, through old hurts and pains and frustrations. And we stay there without the growth or the surrendering to the growth and the possibilities that are available to us. And I always find a theme when I'm seeing clients for the day, and I always like to share the theme that I've encountered and become aware of. You know, it's really important to surrender. It's now, it can't be done all the time, and there's no judgment if you're unable to surrender to your experience now. Be okay if you feel anger, if you feel pain, no matter what. You feel what you need to feel, but be in awareness of victim mode, because that's what that is. And I tell you, spirit is never wrong. They guide me all the time. Now, I may be wrong because I create human error and I can get stuck very easily. So if spirit is guiding me to a lost object, for example, because I'll always lose things like car keys and such, and I'll ask them where it is and they'll guide me to it, and I will absolutely deny or argue where it is. Like, no, it's not there, because I'm stubborn. That's me. That's my human side of me that chooses to be argumentative. Maybe the Aries thing in me, I don't know. But what I'm saying is it's really important to embrace that part of who you are as well. Anyway, it's okay. That's the human side. It's natural, it's authentic. But I'm aware of it. So being awareness of our habits and our conditioning from those previous experiences, from the old narrative that you've had in your past that created dysfunction, on unsureness, uncertainness, that created self-doubt and doubt of others and our experiences, you know, that feeling, to be in awareness of who we've been, where we've been, is incredibly empowering for you. Because if we're unaware of that, it will be harder to surrender to the experience that divine can guide us, that spiritual beings, spirit guides, your loved ones on the other side can guide us, because they always have empowering and beautiful spiritual information to share, and we have a tendency to sometimes push that away because of victim mentality, because of old conditioning. And for us to embrace and move forward and to surrender into an ascension process, to move forward past this very earthly dimensional experience, this 3D earth that we're in right now, this very dense energy that we're living in and that we're observing, you know, we have the ability to really step out of that, but it takes the surrendering. And to begin that process, we have to be in awareness. And if we're so caught up in the anger, if we're so caught up in the fear, the distrust of the story that we've been playing with, that we've been playing within, and we can't see that we're still angry and all those things, then we can't see the solutions, we can't find the clarity, we can't see the miracles that can occur, we can't be shown and observe the possibilities, because there's a perspective, and a one perspective that you have, and it's of pain and hurt from your past. It's the fear, it's the angst, and all of those things that come under the fear chapter, that come into the ego dynamic. And you know, you all have this power to change who you are from where you've been, and to be who you are in a more empowering state. That's your choice. You all have that ability. And the minute you can become aware of those faults, those habits, those human parts of yourself that create a repetitive nature in which you will respond to the same story in the same way within a different chapter, the more you're in awareness of it, the more you can surrender and release. I promise you, spirit is never wrong. They are never wrong. Divine guidance, God source, consciousness, your angels, and anyone else that's guiding you is never wrong, because that higher self can hear that voice, can feel that sense, can connect to it all. And you all have that ability to connect. But your fear will prevent you from doing so. The point where you're unable to forgive will prevent you from doing so. The holding on to your past, the victim mode mentality, that you deserve to stay in victim because of what's happened to you, and it needs to be addressed and it needs to be proven and a point needs to be made, that won't get you anywhere. Trust me, I've tried. I tried for over a decade. But the surrendering of the experience of what you've been through and knowing it just needs to be your past so that you can move forward and forgive. And doesn't mean you allow other things of a similar nature to occur in your life. It just means you're aware of it, but you're forgiving of it. Then you may see things with a different light, within a different light. You'll see things with a different perspective. But you all have this ability, and I encourage you all to surrender and release to spirit. Surrender and release to divine messages that come to you, to the divine feeling, that gut instinct, that tells you you'll be okay, rather than what's happened to you. It's up to us to make a change in our lives. So I can't assist anyone in that change unless they create the change themselves. The same with therapy, the same with any kind of guidance that comes from any source that's of service to you as a human. We have to create the change ourselves. And so I embrace it, and I ask you to try to embrace that for yourself. I promise you that your life gets better. You'll be more spiritually abundant, more materialistically abundant. Physical abundance will ensue because your physical body will start to follow and embrace the mental and emotional alignment that it's making, because your physical body will reveal the blocks that you have emotionally and spiritually, and it will show up in this easement. There's no disease. It is just this easement of the mental and emotional physical body. Allow it to line up by surrendering from the past and embracing what could happen next, the possibilities, the miracles. They're out there for you. You just have to know it. So should an opportunity arise for you where you've received a divine message, even if it sounds unimaginable or unthinkable, or that there's no possibility that it could ever occur, maybe for a minute just embrace it and imagine how it feels to know that there's a possibility that could create an imaginable, amazing outcome for the benefit of all. It can happen. Miracles are out there. You have to believe in them for you to really feel and embrace life the way it was really meant to be felt, So join me, make an effort. Try today. Try to forgive. Try to let go. Surrender and release today. Thanks guys for watching. Thank you for staying with me when I was muted out earlier. And guys, if you want to learn a little bit more about fear, check out the Empower Hour video that went live where I had other tech issues. The ending is cut off on that video, but there's so much amazing information that I channeled about fear in that video. It's such a shame that not many people got to watch it because they didn't watch it live. Doesn't mean you can't watch it now. Go back and watch that video. If you're still holding on to fear and things that are preventing you from moving forward, I highly recommend you watch that video here. Okay, I'm going to post the link of that video with this post as well, because I think it's really going to be a help for a lot of you out there. Okay, so thanks for letting me share with you always. Don't forget to keep joining my page. I'm going to keep doing more lives. This is the easiest way for me to connect to you rather than the written word. I love how quickly I can just spew this information, or this random information on spiritual endeavors and breakthroughs that I go through, that I think you're all going through as well, so trust in yourself, guys. Really trust in the divine. It's there for you. Embrace it, love it, own it, believe in it. At least try. Okay, thanks again for watching. Thanks for being patient. Share around if you like, and I'll see you all soon. Bye guys, love to you all.